All right, it's time for the Starman Report with our buddy Eli.
Welcome back to the Starman Report. I'm Eli Burton, your host, and this week we have some exciting new developments. First up, a historic moment in space technology. The first wooden satellite, known as LingoSat, just docked with the International Space Station. This tiny but mighty cube, just 4 inches on each side, traveled to space aboard a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule and represents a pioneering steps towards sustainable space technology. Now, you might be wondering, why would we use wood in space? So conventional satellites are made primarily of aluminum, which, when they burn up on re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, the aluminum satellites produce aluminum oxides, which is harmful to our ozone layer. Retired Japanese astronaut Tako Doi explained to Reuters in an interview that there is a chance that metal satellites might be banned in the future. And if we can prove our first wooden satellite works, we want to pitch it to Elon Musk's SpaceX. At a small scale, the pollution produced from current satellites is not much of a concern. But as the number of constellations up around our planet grow, it may be something we eventually need to deal with. It's like burning gasoline in the internal combustion engine car. When there's only 100,000 cars in the world, it's not that much of a concern. However, when that number became 100 million, it started becoming more of a global problem. Switching gears, let's talk about SpaceX's ongoing impact on space operations. Just yesterday, the Dragon, which is known for its cargo and crew capabilities, performed its first orbit-raising maneuver to boost the ISS orbit. This maneuver not only helps keep the ISS in the right trajectory, but it also lays the groundwork for the design of NASA's planned deorbit vehicle, which SpaceX is set to develop as a modified version of the Crew capsule. This vehicle will ultimately guide the decommissioned space station safely back to Earth sometime after 2030. And wow, hey, it looks like SpaceX might finally have some competition. Well, sort of. Over in China, aerospace engineers have been hard at work copying another one of SpaceX's designs. The Long March 9 rocket was unveiled at the China Air Show and has been described as game-changing. Mirroring SpaceX's Starship, the Long March 9 is designed to be fully reusable and will stand 374 feet tall, capable of carrying 150 tons to low Earth orbit. But what sets it apart from the Starship? And it's that the Long March 9 isn't scheduled for its first flight until 2033. Let me check my calendar. That's almost 10 years from now. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the Starman Report, and I look forward to having you back for more of the most exciting news in space.
Thanks, Eli.
China says their Starship knockoff is going to be groundbreaking?
Probably because it's going to be breaking into the ground when they first launch it. Starship will probably be landing on the moon and Mars by then.
I would think so. In some more SpaceX news, SpaceX posted liftoff of Dragon's 31st commercial resupply services mission to the space station.
Elon posted congrats SpaceX on the 400th launch.
And SpaceX says watch Dragon dock with the space station.
Eric Berger posted, after tonight, SpaceX has now landed a Falcon 9 family booster 362 times. In the nearly 9 years since the first orbital Falcon landing, no other company or country has done this even a single time. Hopefully that finally changes within the next 12 months.
Elon says, strange that no one has copied SpaceX after all this time, and yet he now has been copied.
Camelot. It's only a model.
SpaceX posted this. More than 27,000 direct-to-cell calls were made using SpaceX's satellite network in hurricane-affected states in just one day.
Over 250,000 texts were sent using direct-to-cell, and SpaceX thanked the FCC for the swiftness that it approved use of the system.
Thank you for letting us use our system that will save lives.
Was it a lot of paperwork for you? Did you get any paper cuts?
We had to launch satellites into space.
And if you're going to connect people of Earth together using satellites, you might as well connect the people of Mars with Marslink.
The people of Mars?
There'll be people on Mars soon.
Oh, okay. So Marslink, is this some new science fiction book you've been reading?
No, this is SpaceX's proposal to NASA for NASA's MNGRS. That's the Mars Next Generation Relay Service.
Is that the best acronym we could come up with?
Managers.
And Elon said this is just a very basic first step. Earth and Mars will ultimately need petabit per second connectivity. That's a lot.
But keep in mind, when you're trying to call your grandma on Mars, it's going to be the best it could be is a 2-minute delay, and the worst is a 27-minute
They
delay.
just need better connection, right?
No, it's just speed. Well, if we get faster than speed of light, we're good. But if
So the speed of light is 2 minutes away.
right. So I mean, it's like, hey, grandma.
And it would be 4 minutes to,
Right.
to get a response. So you'd have to be like...
And in the middle of it, you'd be like, Grandma, did you hear me? Grandma? SpaceX posted Starship's 5th flight test was a seminal moment in iterating towards a fully and rapidly reusable launch system. Next up, the 6th flight test of Starship is targeted to launch as early as Monday, November 18th.
That's next week.
Yeah.
We're going to share this video of the Starship 5 launch and landing on Patreon bonus stories.
I am so pumped for the Starship 6, and this video is so cool. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.